Let me tell you what I've learned during the hardest season of my life. I've learned that God doesn't always show up the way we expect him to. Sometimes he shows up in delay, sometimes he shows up in the closed doors, and sometimes he shows up in silence, and sometimes he shows up by removing people, opportunities, and situations that we thought we needed. Have you ever noticed that God speaks the loudest when everything around you gets quiet? Not through a booming voice, not through a miracle that everybody can see, but through a feeling, a nudge, a closed door, a delay, a season that makes no sense at all. And sometimes we get frustrated because we think God has forgotten about us. We look at other people's lives and we wonder why they're moving ahead and why we feel like we're so stuck. But we wonder why our prayers haven't been answered yet, and we keep asking. We wonder why the opportunities haven't showed up. We wonder why certain people walk away all the time. We wonder why things don't work out the way we plan. But what if God sees something that we don't? What if the delay is actually protection? What if the closed door is actually direction? What if the person who left was making room for somebody else better to enter your life? One thing I've learned is that God doesn't always remove things to hurt us. Sometimes he removes things because he loves us. Sometimes he removes distractions. Sometimes he removes confusion. Sometimes he removes people who are keeping you from attaching to the version of yourself you were already outgrown. And when that happens, it feels painful, but growth is also uncomfortable. Think about where you were 5 years ago. Think about the things you worried about then. Think about the people you chased, the things that you thought about, the situation you thought that was going to break you. Now look at yourself. You still standing, you still here, and you made it through things that once kept you up all night. You survived days that you thought you were not going to survive. And if God brought you through all of that, why would he leave you now? He wouldn't. The problem is that we often need clarity before we move. We want every answer before we take the first step. We want certainty before we trust, but faith does not work that way. Faith is taking the step when you can't see the whole staircase. Faith is believing that something good is happening even when you don't see evidence of it yet. Faith is waking up every morning and choosing hope over fear. And maybe that's why you're watching this video today. Maybe somebody needs this reminder. Maybe you've been carrying too much stress that nobody knows about. See, the problem is we often want clarity before we move. We want everything and we want the answers before we take our first step. We want certainty before we trust. But faith does not